Cancer, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. Interesting. So Cancer, you're trying to muster up the strength to leave something behind. At one point in time, you thought this was it. You know, you took a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of emotion. You put a lot of weight on these 8 cups here. But when things didn't work out as balanced as you'd hope, see how they're unbalanced? You were like, wait a minute, this isn't really what I want anymore. I think it's time to walk away. But you put so much time and energy into something, it's very, very difficult to walk away from it. So here you are hoping to muster up the strength to leave something or someone behind. You fear that you will propel yourself into a certain amount of, I don't even want to say chaos. It feels to me like, well, first off, you're going to go from calmer waters to choppier waters whenever this happens. It's going to be a long and difficult road, and you know that. But there's contemplation that comes with that that gives you anxiety as well, more so than the difficult road. Okay? So it's not the actual journey of moving away from this that's bothering you. It's the contemplation of, okay, without this thing in my life, because this had such a prominent pull, this had such a huge influence on your life. You're like, well, who am I without this influence in my life anymore? Now I have to be my own something. I was part of something for so long, and breaking away from it means I have to be my own. And somewhere along the line, you lost a sense of self, and you're wondering who that new self is without this prominent energy in your life anymore. And that causes you a little bit more anxiety than the instabilities in regards to resource. It's the mental anguish about figuring out who am I without this that causes you anxiety. Ultimately, you feel like your potential for new growth is stifled, but you're looking for the recipe to turn that around, okay? You're trying to figure out what it is you need to do to be able to leave this prominent energy that's been in your life for so long, to break away from it, find your own identity, and then eventually gain that new growth. Right now, you're in the planning stages. And I don't even want to say planning. It's like you're looking up the it is more of a recipe. It's more of like can I take opposing forces and create something better than the sum of its parts? Because right now you don't feel like your best self. Okay? You have an idea of what your best self should feel like, and you're trying to come up with the recipe to do that. And that would be the ultimate new growth for you. So you're hoping to make a better version of you throughout this process. Mm. But you feel like this situation has more control of you than you have of it. And ultimately, there's kind of a wounded inner child here that feels a little bit neglected. Like there's something inside you saying, I should have done this a while ago. I waited too long. But when you decide to make this breakaway, this thing, you can't turn back, and you know that. So there's a sense of hesitation. There's a sense of hesitation in moving forward based on resources mostly. I have two I have the Queen of Pentacles here and the Seven of Pentacles here. So there's a hesitation because there are some resources that you need to put together first in order for you to break away from this very prominent energy in your life. But ultimately, you feel like if you wait too long, you might do something out of an act of desperation and possibly jump the gun before you're ready. Cancer, it seems like you have a lot to think about in regards to mustering up the strength to walk away from whatever this is. This could be a job, this could be a friend, this could be a family member, this could be a romantic partner, this could be a financial situation. I mean, there's a lot, but this prominent energy that's been loaning you support for so long has you've been with for so long that it's a part of your identity. So although you recognize you want to get away from this energy, you then have to ask yourself the question, well, who am I without this? And that's the hardest part. Who are you without this when you walk away? Because ultimately it's going to happen whether you choose to do it or whether the universe decides you spent enough time and, you know, sticks a boot up your ass and makes it happen anyway. Yeah. It's that lack of identity that holds you back. Cancer, I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I'll see you next week.